there. Okay. We just need to go live. Oh. Oh no, we live. Oh, it just connected us live. All right, we're live. What is up, everybody? It is your boy MM2K, and it is your boy. And I got a special guest with me. Let me do it like that. Let me do it like this. I got a special guest with me, none only but my shrink, because I needed consultation with this. But my shrink, the homie, 6'4". What's going on, 6'4"? How you doing? Projekt Storm.
Hey, 6'4" in the building, y'all.
6'4" in the building, though.
Shout out to the homie 6'4".
Absolutely.
That's because you know what? We got something coming with the brother 6'4's thoughts coming up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We were just chatting behind.
Hey, but shout out to the brother wherever you are.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Join in. We got some special features going on right now that we're testing out, but we'll let MM get into that later. What's going on, Alakazam first in the building? But yeah. Projekt Storm ready to rock out, man. Let's do it. Now, earlier you was calling me somebody else, but we're not gonna let the people know all that, man. You're a busy man these days.
I'm all over the. I know this bug said, "Hey, man, if this dude don't refer to me, but that's why you my shrink. You helping me get it all together, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's necessary when you're doing this. Hey, when you're doing as much as you do out here, man, for the people, man, it's necessary every now and then to have that shrink, man. I need one myself, I guess.
Hey, look.
So
speaking of the brother 6'4", he was part of the show notes because something he said I think to all of us is real prevalent. And I have the good brother on the mind, and definitely check out Freeform Gaming, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. But the reason why, before I get into how 6'4" has helped enlighten all of us, and I want to remind us of how he enlightened us, and before I get into today's topic today, I want to talk about what we're doing here. And what this show is. All right. So this is the Prognosis. For those of you that ain't down, this is normally a Patreon only show. And normally if you want to listen to the show, you have to be a Patreon member. It's something that we drop, a few times a month within the Patreon tiers. And while we're speaking of the Patreon, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, while you're doing that, there's a little bit of, and I don't know if you can hear any cracking. I hear a little bit of cracking. It's not enough to break things up, but I do hear a little bit. So, hey, Alakazam or DKS or somebody, let us know if you can hear any cracking going on, because I hear a little bit on my end. I just want to make sure the man is clear when he gets ready to speak. That's all.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's not bad, though. I hear everything you're saying.
Definitely let us know if we need to pull the audio down for anything. Definitely let us know. But yeah, Here's our Patreon tiers, right? So, and DK Stadia says the sound is good. Cool. Definitely let us know. All right, so for $1 in a dream, you can just join and get the basic access, and let you all know there. You can go to PNTS. You can go to patreon.com, PNTS Network. We got different hubs for Nintendo, PC, Stadia gamers, PlayStation gamers, and we got a We Bleed Green section as well. Normally this particular show, because it's Stadia related, will be under the $3 tier, but we're going to make it live for everybody right now, right? And then we want everybody to also be part of our Patreon, which is not Patreon, or Discord, which is normally specific to the Patreon as well. We try to keep guardrails around that. So what I'm going to do, Storm, right now is in the chat, I'm gonna drop a link to the Discord, so everybody's aware of how they can get access to our Discord. No, that's not it. That's not it. So many links. Oh, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Goodness, just like that, man.
Goodness gracious.
Man. Yeah.
Hey, YouTube is
going on.
They changed. Look, they're changing everything that I can see. Like, come on, YouTube. What is y'all doing here? All right. So this will expire eventually, but if you want to join the PNTS Network Patreon, Discord, come and do it right now via that link. That's a link to the Discord. Come and join us. And what we're actually doing is, I'm giving people that want access to the Stadia Dosage tier. You'll get it free only for today. You'll get access via the Stadia Dosage tier only today. So once you join, go into the general chat. You can at MM2K or at Projekt_Storm. Let us know, and we'll give you access to that tier, which is our special Stadia War Room. All right. So now that we got that all situated all together, you know what I'm saying? You already shouted out everybody in the chat, but we got Eddie Player One in the house. What's up, Eddie? All right. So here's the thing, Storm. Let me see. All right. Now we good. And again, y'all let us know if the audio levels is cool. Today we had a tweet come out from Stadia. Now I was in the process of picking my wife up from work. We were going food shopping, doing some things, right? So I kind of missed some of this, right? But
right,
I need your help, because what I saw was a tweet from Stadia that talked about access to games that you could have once you join Stadia right now. Okay. And granted, the tweet was older. I'm sorry, the tweet wasn't older. The tweet had information that was disclosed before. And granted, we're used to getting new, fresh information weekly. However, it was reformatted. It was a reminder to those that may not know what's available via the system. And it was done in a clear, concise way. Did I describe that well, Mr. Shrink, aka Project Storm? Yes or no?
Man, I think you did a very good job, man. I think that, we do have to keep in mind, and I'm going to keep this brief because I know we're going to elaborate in a minute. But yeah, man, they're trying to reach out to, different demos, or demographics, man. So, they have to let these people know, because some people, one thing we know in the community is a lot of people still don't know what Stadia is and what it offers. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just leave it right there, because I thought it was another reminder, a decent move. They're putting more things out about Stadia, but we'll get into that later.
So, all right, we got the homie DK Stadia in the house. And look, man, he said, man, I'm not playing. He said, put me in that tier, and you in there now, baby. You in there now, DK Stadia. Thank you so much.
There it is. Welcome, yep. DKS Stadia.
Yep. And anybody else that comes in there, if you come in the free tier. You could come in via the Discord link that I dropped it. Just scroll up there, and if you want access to what is normally our Patreon only tier for Stadia members, let us know either here in this chat or go to the general announcement and say, hey, give me that Stadia tier and I'll make you a member, just like I did to homie DKS Stadia. Rev is in the house. Revolution is here. What's up? You know what I mean? Just let us know.
Also, Victor Del Maestro is in the house. Yep. In the house.
So, okay, we got Charles Rand. Big ups to Charles Rand. Appreciate y'all coming through. Okay, so again, here's what I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record. I've already called the brother Storm 6'4", even though what 6'4" said is prevalent here. That's why the brother was on my mind. Now, but I just want to repeat this just to make sure that I'm being clear here. That Stadia put out a tweet earlier today. It was information that us, the hardcore brass, already knew, but it was clear and concise, and it was reminding people of the offerings that if you sign up for Stadia right now, what you're going to get, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and help me understand, because the title of this is The Peculiar Anger with the Stadia Community. Help me understand if I capsulize this anger right. And if I haven't capsulized it, there's a surprise for you guys and gals, because we are taking live calls later in the show. So this ain't gonna be all about me and Storm. Yeah, brother, we're taking live. Yes, we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah. All right, let's rock then.
We gonna give them the number to make a live call if they want to, and then we're gonna have you help direct us and help us understand. Now, my shrink Project Storm may already understand this, but I don't. I'm having difficulty trying to understand this. Okay, so we also got the homie Drill Keegan's in the house. Hey Drill, let me know if you want into that special Patreon tier. And we also got VDALM in the house. Let me know if you want in on that special tier. Let me go to the general chat too. Let me see general chat. You guys can let me know in the general chat right under the welcome. Let us know. All right, so here's the deal, y'all. Help me understand Project Storm. Am I right in believing that people are upset because Tuesdays are normally when the new messages come out, and this is information that the hardcore already knew? Is that right? Is that your sentiment?
Yeah, it sounds on par with what I was thinking and what many people out here might be thinking already. So yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Okay, all right. So now this is where I'm going to invoke the good brother Projekt Storm. All right, hold on. Let me see. As I add more, hey man, hey look, we got to do this more often. As I give more people more roles. All right, so we got the good homie Drell Keekins. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. You are now officially a member of the Stadia tier. And then we got the homie VDLM. I believe that is probably Victor Del Maestro. I'm digging it. All right, we're going to add your role too. It's as simple as that. It's only for 24 hours we doing this, y'all. All right, because we got some good things coming. Y'all are going to enjoy a lot of our future content. Okay, so this is where I evoke 6'4". You let me know if I'm doing it, brother.
Hey, 6'4". Now I'm not gonna let you call me 6'4", but hey, look, man. Now here's what we gotta do.
Okay.
We gotta get 6'4" up in here, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta do. Somebody find my brother 6'4", tell him to get up in here so MM can go ahead and because it's so powerful. It's been on his mind. We was talking before the show.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why he's so adamant about the name, man. About 6'4", man. But y'all, you like he said, we'll get into that a little bit later, man. But hey, if you want me to be 6'4", I'm gonna do that for you, just for you, man. I'm gonna try my best to be the PFG. You know what I mean?
Listen, voking.
This is why he needs me. Hey, this is why he needs me, y'all.
Yeah, listen, voking. Like, what does 6'4" say? Okay, I get that we're mad. I get that people. Now, I won't say we're. I get that people want new consistent information. All right. However, what was it that we were saying before the show that the brother 6'4" said so elegantly that I can't get off my mind? I'm calling everybody 6'4", my wife, my children, everybody 6'4". What did he say, Storm? What did the good brother say?
See, I'm gonna paraphrase it, you know what I'm saying, because I can't quote it like you know what I'm saying. So you come back and clean up whatever I mess up. So here's the deal. What the brother was trying to say was, you know, a lot of us out here, including myself, was wondering and asking Google to cater to the casual gamers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, I remember the brother saying something, 6'4", saying something along the lines of, now we can't expect, you know what I'm saying? Now we can't ask Google to do something like cater to the casual market, and then when they put out a tweet that's aimed, I think, to the casual market, we can't really get upset and start like flaming Google for something that we've asked them to do. Some of us now, not all, not all now, because I don't want to start the firestorm, you know what I mean? But I'm saying some of us were talking like that. That was the language.
Yeah.
So, you know, I hopefully I did good, 6'4". If you're tuning in, man, if you tune in later, hopefully I did good, bro. And trying to paraphrase that.
And my bad, peoples. Yeah, I would have loved to have the brother on the show. I did it. It's Storm. I just called up Storm. I said, Storm, I need help. I'm about to fall down my staircase. I need help. I said, we're going live. He said, what's going on? I said, we're going live. And as I was setting everything up, the phone calls and everything going live, I said, man, all I can think about is what the brother 6'4" was telling everybody. And
right,
it was just so immediate for me. I literally I came in my house, kissed my wife, came up to the man cave, and then just called the homie Storm. It was like
me. Now I'm in the kitchen. I'm baking up. I'm getting these wings, you know what I mean, baking these wings in the mini oven and all that. And I got me, you know what I'm saying, some slices of like this pepperoni cheese pizza and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get everything ready. And he hits me up, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I gotta eat. I have to eat first, bro. So I threw a couple wings down real quick, and I got my plate right here, man. I got the fork. Let me let y'all hit it. So you know I'm not capping, man. I got the fork right here, man, with a couple wings still on it. But I jumped in because I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I need to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this discussion, man.
Yeah. So here's what I'm trying to drive through to people via that message. And I'm not going to sound like a burger. I'm not going to keep saying his name. We know. I like for people to know where stuff came from, because trust me, I get robbed all over YouTube, so I know the feeling. I don't want people to say, oh, MM2K came up with this. No, it was the brother 6'4", but we all should know now who it came from, and give the brother his fair due and his credit for saying this. But to what Projekt Storm had just elaborated on, we can't sit there and say, Stadia, you gotta cater a message better to the casual gamer. Stadia, you're not tapping into the casual gamer. Stadia, the casual gamer is not buying what you're selling. Stadia, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. And then as soon as they turn it up and start going towards the casual gamer in a concentrated campaign, well, that message ain't for us. That message ain't for the hardcore gamer. Stadia, you're failing. Stadia, you done effed up. Stadia, it's all over. Stadia, you're dead. Young Ye was right. Stadia, what the hell you doing? It doesn't make any sense. It can't. Both scenarios cannot exist in the same space in the same time. Like, if you want a more concentrated campaign towards the casuals, then let them do the concentrated campaign towards the casuals. Now, here's the thing, Storm, where I think everybody's upset. People want a simultaneous drippage of information to the casuals and to the hardcore. I'm going to address two parts, and I want you to chime in whenever you feel it's necessary to chime in. I'm going to tell you why you are not going to get your plethora of information for the long term or for the short term. So y'all need to just, I mean, look, I don't want to discourage anybody from speaking their mind. I love discourse, but what do they say? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right?
Man.
I think that's how the saying goes. Okay, so for the short term, while you're not going to get a plethora of information that satisfy the hardcore, the people like me, Storm, Duncan, Chase, Eddie, 6'4", everybody out here, Rev, Clyde, you know what I'm saying?
Alakazam,
Chariot Man,
you know what I mean?
Bippity Bop, you know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Ray the Cyber, the list goes on and on. The reason why you're not going to get a plethora of that type of information this month is because the bulk of that information got delayed. Serious Sam 4 and Baldur's Gate 3 are delayed. Those were the big whoop-to-dos for the platform, okay? Those have been yanked. So they got to fill the gap somehow. And what better place to use that information but to do what the hardcore people have been claiming that you need to do, which is reach out to the casuals. The hardcore people have been clamming and hammering for you to reach out to the casuals, right? So when you reach out to the casuals and do what you told them to do, instead of you saying, oh, okay, they're finally doing what we said to do, let's push this message out for them because they said to do this. I mean, we've said to do this. Instead of doing that, now you go back and say, nope, we don't want it. Now we don't want it. That was what we were asking for in March. And in August we changed, or September we changed our mind. That's basically what you're saying. You're sending them mixed messages. So again, August is done for as far as super hardcore information. All right. The two big pillars got pushed back. Because the two big pillars got pushed back, there is a void. There is a void that this young platform, who is not a PlayStation, who is not an Xbox, who does not have the business relationships in the games sitting there on Jump Street, the catalog waiting in the midst, who don't have that, there's nothing they can do about it. So they got empty space and time for them to make the best use of it. Why not reach out to the casual? What the hell is wrong? Storm, I don't understand. Help me understand. Shrink. Storm.
Hey, first of all, you need to calm it down, man.
Okay.
Get in your zen place.
Man. I'm sorry. I know
you need to find your zen place.
You prescribed the medicine, man. I don't know what's wrong.
It's too early. No. You already had the medicine and the dosage, man. So what I'm trying to do is help you, brother, so that you can deliver this message, man, and it can be as effective as it possibly can. Right now, I'm going to go to the chat if you don't mind, man.
Ahead,
this
brother.
chat is already doing some things, y'all. So I'm going to start out right here. We got to go with Victor Del Mastro right here, right? Mm-hmm. I think the folks who attended were mostly turned off by that kind of too, right? So Alakazam comes back in and says to Victor, Xbox and Sony does the same. No one says anything about that. Now before the show, do you remember me saying something similar to that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And see, this is why it's good. And then Rev says, I wouldn't say only. We should have been in on that as well, but not only, right?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people they feel some type of way about this, bro. It's not just you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So together we can make this thing happen. We can try to find some sense out of the whole thing.
Yep.
And I'm loving being a part of it. I'll tell you that right now. Alakazam said, "Thank you, MM2K. Preach."
Look,
so
I will say this. And then also too, being part of the Patreon, being part of the Discord, let me see here. Is the chat up? Oh yeah. If you guys go to podcast chat rooms, if you go there, you guys can type there where it says podcast chat rooms. Under there, look for the Prognosis Live. You can actually type in there. Like I'll show you right now. It's going to come up on screen. So if you type in there, a message should pop up shortly and you'll see it. Yep. So just so you guys are aware, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get people in there. You can chat with us in the actual YouTube chat, or you can chat with us in the PNTS network chat. All right. What's up, Chase is in the house? He said just stopping by.
In the building.
So yeah, man. I look again. So for the short term, Storm. The rug, I don't want to say the rug got pulled up under us, but delays happen. And I'm going to get into the long-term delays and how that's had ramifications on the whole business prospects altogether, and why I think we're having short-term memory remembering this. But for September, the two biggest games, the two biggest items have got pushed back. They are making a strategic larger push for casuals, but they're not only talking to casuals. Sniper Elite 4 and Strange Brigade aren't for the casuals, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Not so much, man. Those are hardcore type games.
Yeah, those are hardcore
millions of gamers.
Exactly. So it's not like they're only talking to casuals. They have pivoted a little bit more towards the casuals, and that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm still getting the titles. Now, as far as long term is concerned, and you tell me where I'm wrong here, Storm. Where long term is concerned, people are like, how come they're not whipping out games, or how come they're doing these strategic things that are suited for the casuals and they're not including the community? And Alakazam and Victor were kind of going back and forth about this in the chat, and this is what I have to say about the whole matter. All right, so we can't have short-term memory when it comes to this. When Stadia first launched, it was always supposed to be 12 and dare I say 18 months. It was supposed to be the data collection phase. What they were going to have at launch is they had their 22 games that they were going to launch with. Then in November, December, Borderlands 3 was coming out. Ghost Recon Breakpoint was coming out. And Doom 2020, or Doom Eternal, excuse me. Doom Eternal was supposed to come out. Those were supposed to be the three big games. We wouldn't have been talking about catalog then because everybody would have been jumping on Doom. Then I think it was April or something around that time, and within the first quarter of 2020, Cyberpunk was going to release globally, and I still believe that maybe a month or a little bit after that, it was going to release at the longest. It was going to release globally on the consoles, and then probably a month or so after that, it was going to release on Stadia. I wholeheartedly believe that, because now they keep saying same year, and if it's releasing same year after the release now, November 19th, that's only 42 days later. So it could not have been that far behind. Exactly.
That's what you. That's
thank
it.
you. Thank you for helping. See, that's why I got my shrink here, baby. That's why I got my shrink here. It wasn't going to be that far behind for all intents and purposes. And I've already went into my tinfoil hat theory about Gen 2.0, but that's here nor there. Then in May, we were supposed to get the Marvel game, right? The Marvel game where a lot of people are like playing the beta and they're excited all over it, fine. And then in early 2020, because Phil Harrison said this, I can't remember if he said this with Jeff Keighley, where he was at, but he said out of his own mouth that Uplay Plus was supposed to come early 2020. I remember seeing that because that's what really made me get on Stadia. I'll be honest with you, before I got the platform in my hand, Stadia was only going to serve 3 purposes for me. Purpose number 1 was to test it out because I was testing out cloud services. Reason number 2 was for Cyberpunk 2077. And then reason number 3, most and foremost, was for Uplay Plus. So when I heard Phil Harrison say out of his own mouth during a live interview that Uplay Plus was coming early 2020, I said, damn, I'm good to go. I'm gonna hop on the Stadia thing. Now, here's what happened, y'all. We know Doom Eternal got pushed back, right? It got pushed back to 2020. And it got a simultaneous release around the same time frame as Division 2. I think that release with Division 2, I think kind of hampered the attention that Doom Eternal should have got on the platform. But that's here nor there. Then we know Cyberpunk got pushed back 1 billion times. And then we know the Marvel game got pushed back. And then we know Uplay Plus that would have shut up a lot of the naysayers who said Stadia ain't got no games because they would have had their subscription service on the cloud before Game Pass was available on the cloud. That service got pushed back. Why? Because in late 2019, because of the poor financials of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Ubisoft pushed back everything. They pushed back all their initiatives, and that affected reasonably Uplay Plus coming to Stadia, because they pushed back Watchdog Legions and everything else that was coming out. That was going to affect the valuability. I'm making up my own words. How valuable Uplay Plus was, and them bringing it to the system. Period. They pushed back everything. If you have all those things still in place, we're not having the same conversations. What Stadia wanted to do was have those things in place, collect its data, and then within certain amounts of time within each quarter, do driblets of Strange Brigade and Division 2, whatever else they were going to drop. But their whole game plan got uprooted and they had to start all over from scratch. And I think they're doing a hell of a job doing that within the short few months that they had to rebound. I'm going to shut up now and I'm going to let you take over, Storm. What do you think about all that?
Well, I think you touched on some key things, and I told you, man, this chat right here. Hey, shout out to Alakazam and Danny for handling yourselves, man, the way that y'all do right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we could chop it up. Now, we can easily turn this thing up and it'll be a fire from hell. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to. I'm trying to teach the brother. I'm trying to help him, channel that anger and frustration into more positivity. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what my goal is right now. And I'm doing this for free. He's not paying me to do this, y'all. I'm doing it for the love. Now check this out. Chase said, and this is why, hey MM, when you fire up conversation pieces like this, man, we're gonna get some discourse, man, and we welcome that. Mm-hmm. But as long as it's respectful, you know what I'm saying, and it's a way, and it's in a way that can foster positivity and growth within the community, man. So Chase says, one, I think the question is simpler, in my opinion, right? Is this year just data collection versus getting the largest titles day and date? I think they tell us the roadmap, and if Jack Buse's comment during the IGN interview applies to the whole year, just tell us. I think they've got a tough decision to make in the year of next gen. Those decisions will determine if they are digging out of a hole or, let me go down to part 3, because this right here is in line with what I was talking about earlier as well, Chase. Building a product, we shall see. I'm not even bothered anymore. Stadia at this stage is supplemental versus a replacement. All good by me. Just wish they would define the 2020 roadmap. Now I have to touch on this because I can't say, see, I'm listening to Danny. I'm looking at what Danny is saying. I'm listening to Chase and I'm reading what Chase is saying. And MM, they make sense. And this is what we can't do. We will never be blinded by the fact that Danny might not be able to find players on a certain game. Mm-hmm. Because guess what, Danny? I felt the same things. I've been like this for 2K, for example, NBA 2K. Mm-hmm. I wanted to go out here and find some ranked matches and climb up the leaderboard. People wasn't there. So we will address these things. You know what I'm saying? One thing we're not going to do is cap. Mm-hmm. And that means lie and fabricate things and make things up, right? Now for Chase, I was just thinking that earlier too before the show. I brought that up. Now, the data collection thing might be real, in my opinion. because it's a new platform, y'all. I got to say this one more time. It is a brand new platform. It cannot do what Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo is out here doing as of yet. I don't think they ever thought that was possible in year one. Now, so it's kind of like roughing out, like just ironing out the kinks and everything like that. Year one, getting publishers on board, listening to these publishers and developers who are skeptical or whatever the case might be. I think it's Google and Stadia trying to figure out how to build those relationships going forward, because Stadia is a long-term investment. Damn, I bet you didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bet you didn't know that it was a long-term investment. It was never intended to die in year one.
That's why I got
you. You get what I'm saying? It was never intended to die year one. Yeah. It was never intended to have 100, 200 AAA titles in year one in 8 months. I don't think that was the case, y'all. Yeah. I think that, yes, the community is right. For the people who are frustrated, they pay their money. They pay their $9.99 a month. You know what I mean? And more when you talk about spending money on these games. But what we have to understand is they can't do magic. They can't, even though we know Stadia is sorcery. Some of us feel that way because it works so damn well over the cloud. They can't do magic, y'all. I mean, I can only imagine that the pressure that's on Microsoft right now after their last showcase to get Halo Infinite in the top shape. I can only imagine what Sony is going through, trying to keep the exclusivity going on so Xbox doesn't gain ground. So it's like there's a whole lot. Nintendo has to come out behind Sony and Microsoft and announce their next gen system. Yeah. People are frustrated all over the place. So that is cool, y'all. It's good to be frustrated. Now, I don't want to go long-winded with my approach and everything and my feedback and my responses. But look, man, at some point we have to realize, yes, we're all gamers. We're all entitled to our opinions and everything, but we have to keep things factual. You know what I'm saying? The facts are, yes, there's been times and there still are times that some of us feel like Stadia is not more transparent as they should be. Some of us feel like the games are still not here yet. Xbox is going to swamp us with the Series X. The PS5 is going to kill us when it drops with the SSD and the exclusive titles and everything else. But that's not the case, because see, Stadia's out here and they're out here. They're talking to Splash Damage, and they're like, damn, yo, how's that Outcasters right now? Because one thing I'm looking at is that Fall Guys out here is kicking ass. If you look at what's trending right now, Fall Guys and stuff like this. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the game Fall Guys. So these games are fun. Outcasters is right in line with that. You get what I'm saying? So they sometimes they're going to take a different approach, y'all. It doesn't mean that you are wrong and feeling how you feel. The platform is not for everybody. I will get right to it. I can't sugarcoat everything, so you help me out now. You know what I'm saying? The platform might not be for everybody, and that's cool. Stadia knows that they're not going to get all the billions of gamers. They just want to get one or two eventually. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They're not going to get every gamer. So man, I mean, that's all I'll say right now. I'm going to leave that alone.
No, I think what you said was spot on. Here's the thing, and to answer Chase's question, in the chat, he says they just need to talk and say it's a year one data collection phase. I'll tell you why they won't say it. It turns customers away because then they'll go, oh, you're not getting the latest games. So here's the problem with that I have a different take on that. I think what's happened is we know that Stadia performance-wise altogether, when it comes to the frame rates and the comfortability, you know what I'm saying, and the portability and all that good stuff, it spoiled us. It spoiled me, I know. I know that there are games, if it wasn't for Stadia, I know that there would be games that I would be able to enjoy because I would not be the wiser. It's like your first time, the Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Once you go to Ruth Chris Steakhouse, Golden Corral just don't taste the same anymore. I get it. But here's the problem. We got to separate the forest from the trees. This is a new platform that in year one was never meant to be a replacement for a hardcore gamer. I never thought that. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever, even before, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought that Stadia would be able to churn newer titles out, faster than they are. I did think that, but never in my wildest dreams that I even expected, even if it performed well, did I think that it would be a replacement. I knew that. Look, how can you replace platforms that have been out 4, 5, 6, 7 years that already got hundreds of games to their catalog? You can't do that. To me, that wasn't a fathomable expectation. My expectation was, is it going to have the games that I want to play for the most part? And is it an ecosystem that maybe I can shift to number 2, possibly 1, depending upon the game? But under no way, shape, form, or fashion did I ever expect this to be a platform that's going to replace anything. Why? Because you hardcore gamers play games for what, Storm? Games. They play platforms for games. There is no way that a platform that comes out 7 years after getting systems that have hundreds of, it's not going to replace anything at that level. It's just not going to do it. So, with that being said, I never expected it to be a replacement. Now, to speak to what Jack Buser said, to me, Jack Buser put it out there. He said, we just put this out there for the first 12 months for you guys to see if you would enjoy the tech. To me, that clearly says data collection phase without saying it. Now, to Chase's point, are they going to say data collection phase and they're not saying that because it would turn people away? No, he's right. But do we put the same expectations on Xbox when they don't tell you that they're not available on any screen and they have no freaking idea when it's going to be available? Because we know how Phil Spencer is. Phil Spencer is flippity flop flop dolphin. If he was an animal, that would be his name.
Damn.
Do we hold the same expectations to PlayStation Now? When PlayStation Now, you still at 720p and it works horribly for a lot of people, and even the most staunchest PlayStation fans say, get that doggish away from me. No, and those are the 2 biggest companies in the world right now as far as hardcore gaming is concerned. So if they ain't got to do it, why are we holding a platform that's less than a year old to a different standard, to a higher standard? No, the Marketing 101 is you're going to highlight the best extensions of your platform or your product or your service, and you're going to say what you can't do without saying explicitly what you can't do. Like when Xbox says our focus is future screens in the more screens in the future, that's saying, look, we have no idea when we're going to be able to do better. That's exactly what we have no idea. Look, we looked at the competition, and the competition is blowing us out the water. They've changed their whole game plan when it came to Xcloud. First, it was, I don't have to sell you a console. It went from, I don't have to sell you a console to now, this is an extension of Game Pass because they have no idea when they can get it together. PlayStation Now, and that slide from Jim Ryan that we always show on Broadband Bullies, where they talk about their mainstream way of gaming is going to be via the cloud and stuff like that. They haven't said anything else about it because they have no idea when they can make that come to fruition. They're relying on Microsoft to help provide them servers to make their dreams come to fruition when it comes to cloud gaming. And Microsoft don't even know when their dreams are going to come to fruition. So,
wow.
Do we hold them two to the same standard? No. So basically, when Jack Buser sat up there and told us, look, we just wanted to know, we just want to put this tech out there, and for the first 12 months, see if people like the tech. That's basically telling you don't expect a lot from this platform right now. That's telling you it's data collection phase. And nobody's going to tell you, well, our shortcomings are. Nobody does that. They don't do that. So those are my thoughts on that. I know we're spoiled. I know when you bite into that first piece of steak at Ruth Chris Steakhouse, you're like, what is that rubbery bull-ish that they were giving me at Golden Corral all this time? I get it. But we got to understand what the platform is and what the platform isn't. And I've been saying this all along, data collection phase. But it was underlined and it was signed, sealed, and delivered to me when Jack Buser got on IG in front of the whole gaming world and said, we just wanted to know, we put the tech out there, and for the first 12 months, we want to see if you like the tech. I don't know what else you can derive from that. And dare I say, I think that it's going to be longer than 12 months Because normally when you're doing data collection and you're doing projects like that, it's 12 to 18 months. Now that's me talking, but I'm saying for the first 12 to 18 months, don't expect anything too granular out of them getting Cyberpunk, them getting the Marvel game, them releasing Uplay Plus, and possibly them releasing Gen 2.0. Anything outside of that, I wouldn't expect it right now. And Jack Buser, to me, said more than enough for us to put the pieces together and understand that's exactly what they were deriving. That to me said more than enough when he said within the first 12 months, we just want to see if you like the tech. But that's all.
Man, there's a whole lot in the chat, man.
Go ahead, brother.
Damn, I gotta hit you, man. Hey, I wanted to go back up to Rev when Rev said, I think we are forgetting that these big games are coming. All right. Now, Chase has a point as well, y'all. I'm just jumping all over the place because there's so much fire out here, man. When he was talking about Call of Duty, he says, A, Call of Duty Warzone, B, FIFA, C, Madden, D, Rogue Company, E, Hyperscape. That's what I'm referring to. Now, I guess he's talking about the big AAA titles and stuff like that. Now, some of those like Madden, they have been announced, even though Madden 21, I don't remember seeing that officially announced. They just said Madden NFL, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty. Yo, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100% thugging now. I do think that there's some publishers out there that's waiting to see, oh, wait a minute now. Hey, can Stadia really run my game to the quality that we think that it needs to run at? I do think that there's a few publishers that feel that way. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, I'll say this too. PUBG dropped on Stadia. Yeah. That is the very best way that I can play PUBG. Mm-hmm. And I have a gaming PC. Mm-hmm. The gaming PC is dope and everything, but see the hackers ruin that experience for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I get shot through a wall or somebody pulls up on me, you know, shoots me through the map or a radar, uses a radar or anything like that, it kind of ruins that experience. So Stadia is the very best way to play PUBG. So I just want to throw that out there. So now they already have games lined up. We know they have games aligned. All right, they're going to drop this year. Uplay Plus has been, you know, there's a lot of talk about Uplay Plus launching in the fall. That's what they've said. Things like this are not, Uplay Plus is not really coming to Xbox from what I understand. Not right now, at least. PlayStation, same thing. But Google was able to go out there and talk to Ubisoft, to get Uplay Plus on board. Yep. I mean, that's just, so big steps are being made. YouTube, all right, crowd play, all this stuff right here. They're making moves behind the scene. We just don't see it. Now, because we can't see it, doesn't give us the right to say, damn, Stadia, this is some trash right here. Y'all, you're not giving me what I want for my $9.99. And by the way, $9.99 is the same amount that I pay for Game Pass. Well, the base amount that I was paying for Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even play those games on any device anywhere I want right now at 4K resolution, y'all. So there's pros and cons. I keep reminding people there's pros and cons. You have to look at all the pros as well. You can't just throw the cons out here. Stadia is still not giving us this, or Stadia is not available on iOS, and it's just so many things. But we have to look at the positives. Like, damn, some of my favorite games can be played on Stadia right now, y'all, and they work very well, better than the most powerful console in the world. So my mind's all over the place. Let me go back through this chat though, real quick, y'all.
Well, before you read that, I want to read a couple of chats in that directly in the Discord.
Okay.
Big ups to Dry Keekins. He says, luckily there are a lot of gamers that don't mind about day and date. 2020 is a dead year anyway, so I understand developers having troubles too. We could touch on this because Halo Infinite, I don't know if you heard, Storm, Halo Infinite just got delayed to 2021.
It got delayed for when in 2021? Yeah. Hold on, let me get my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, Kill was hitting me up. Kill must be watching like, man, bruh. Mm-hmm. Y'all doing it because he just called me, but go ahead though, man.
And Victor Del Mastro says, I'm glad that Stadia is making incremental improvements. In my honest opinion, full YouTube integration like Stadia Pro is the most important feature they need to make the platform take off with the game playing in public. And again, y'all, if y'all want to be part of these discussions to get your stuff immediately read on the platform, let me see. Do I still have the Discord link? Yeah, there it goes. That's the link to the Discord. What we're doing now is we're giving people free instant access to our normal Patreon tier and that'll give you access to our special chat within our Discord. You can see the message on the screen. But go ahead, Storm. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. So I'm gonna jump right out here, man. Like I said, there's so much going on. I'm very excited to see the conversation that's going on. All right, Zaja came into the building and said, "Here's the thing: Stadia is building for the long run, which directly results in a worse short term." Right? Now I want to say that one more time. Here's the thing: Stadia is building for the long run, which directly results in a worse short term. Stadia is pushing Vulkan, which is still a small portion of game development and lacking devs, right? So again, the long term, y'all, we know now it will be awesome because Chase, we've had this conversation with Chase, for example, right? And I throw him in because he knows what I'm talking about. He was a part of the conversation. Well, we're praising the technology. We all know that it works very well. Now, there might be some issues for certain people over Wi-Fi, but it was never intended for you to play over Wi-Fi as the main way yet. Not yet. Now, they even tell you that. They put that out there and they put it in the fine print and everything, right? They want you to play it with Ethernet connected. That's a no-brainer. So now we were talking about what we do get for the $9.99 a month is so I think a lot of us feel that Stadia is so awesome that we wanted to do what the other brands are doing, right?
Exactly.
And some of us want it to be better, you know? So with that said, I think that our expectations get so high that we get set up for failure sometimes, man. And that's been the case. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you. It's happened to many of us. And so now, like you said earlier, I can't remember what you said, but it was something like we had to, along the lines of, we had to learn how to temper these expectations. Yep. You know? Yep. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Let me go with one more line of chat real quick. Asher said, yo, I hear Project Storm in here. Look, you already know what the deal is, man. I'm in here trying to offer some consultation and everything.
This is my strength
to my brother, man.
This is
you
my
know what
strength.
I'm saying? I'm trying to be so look, y'all, it's always going to get people worked up, MM. It's always going to get people worked up. It happens on Xbox. Man, it's crazy over there, y'all. Oh, man, it's crazy with Craig the Brute. The Brute, not the Butte. Now I'm messing my words up, man. I got to be careful what I'm saying out here. Yeah. Even though I do own an Xbox One X, man, but Craig the Brute is taking the world by storm right now, man, because of that Infinite trailer or gameplay that we saw, man. But look, at the end of the day, we had to have a little bit more patience, man. A little bit more patience. That's all it is. That's all I'll say. And I'm gonna turn it over to you, man.
We can start taking phone calls shortly. I just want to say this again. I'm not saying this to limit discourse. It's just I see some of you guys hitting your head up against the wall. Some of you guys and gals hitting your head up against the wall, expecting a different result. And the way that I see it is, look, the platform, this is what Stadia wanted to do. Its big games were going to be Doom, Cyberpunk, Marvel, Uplay Plus. That was going to make up the bulk of its its offerings. I'm going to say 80% of its staunch offerings. And guess what? All of it got delayed. Can you imagine if 80% of your planning for your vacation or your savings all of a sudden just disappear, and now you only got a few months? You got people clamoring, Stadia's dead, Stadia's dead, and you got to figure it out all of a sudden. 80% of its offerings got thrown away. Now, I want to say a good 15% of it came back with Doom Eternal, but because the time slot that Doom released, I don't think it had the impact that it could have had if it would have released in December for the platform. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have had a bigger impact had it released in December. And then Uplay Plus, that was the whole base of the whole house. The whole base of the house got pulled out. A lot of people were looking for Uplay Plus. Big ups to Chase again. Chase often references Donnie of PSVG. Donnie said, "Hey, look, man, y'all gonna get my juices flowing again if I hear about Uplay Plus." Now I know everybody don't like Ubisoft, but I fit into that same boat. So again, y'all forget 80% of this platform's offerings got yanked from up under it. Another 10%, which makes up, I will say, Baldur's Gate 3, got just pushed back in August, right? It's a young platform. It was only supposed to be set up to where you get these big offerings, and the biggest offerings of 2020, as far as big as they could get outside of Activision games, but its biggest offerings for you to say, oh, this thing feels better on this platform. Oh, I love this tech. That was supposed to happen earlier than what it's going to. That revelation will come towards the end of the year. It was supposed to come at the beginning of the year. 80% of its offerings got pushed back. So because of that, they had to scramble, go back to the drawing board, figure it out, because they're not going anywhere. They're not leaving this money on the table. Stadia's not going anywhere. And I think under those circumstances, if you look at the whole picture, I think under those circumstances, in culmination to what Jack Buser told everybody at IGN, we wanted y'all to just look at the tech for the first year and see if you like it. I think we got our answer. This is not going to replace anything. This was to get our juices flowing, to let us know, hey, this platform can do it. This platform can buck with them. All they got to do is get in the field, and they're going to do it. And unfortunately, instead of us getting that whole showcase at the beginning of the year, we're not getting it until the end of the year. But it's like Storm said, be patient. It's coming. It's coming, but we just got to look at the big picture. Before we go to call, Storm, can you elaborate, or do you have anything to elaborate on that?
Nah, that's it. I mean, you pretty much touched on it, man. But I did want to draw attention to we got a couple new members in the building, including the brother Rick Tone. What's going on?
Hey,
Rick Tone says,
what's going on?
Believe this or not, y'all, Rick Tone says, I have a backlog on Stadia. Now, yeah. Rick Tone, I know what you mean, because I have a backlog as well. Do you, MM2K?
I got a hell of a backlog.
Yeah, and some of these games are old, but I ask you all, are some of the games on PS Now old? Are some of the games on Game Pass old? Are some of the games on Steam old? Or some of the games on Epic Game Store old? You get what I'm saying? The list goes on and on and on. Now, man, this is why we had this discussion right here. JDT Turbo just joined and said, I love Stadia. I own 3 controllers, but there's nothing to play right now. Yeah, I've heard that before, and some people might feel that way. JDT, I can't say you're wrong. Then JDT says, not one competitive first-person shooter. Well, if you're talking about
Borderlands 3 ain't it competitive? Borderlands 3 was like one of the best grossing games of 2019 in that realm.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he's talking about like the Warzone and
okay, I got you.
Yeah, where they can go full level and all that good stuff. Maybe
I don't think those were ever supposed to come. I think because here's why. If you think about it this way, Storm, and who was that comment from?
That was from JDT Turbo, but PUBG is here. Yeah, Division 2, Destiny 2, all these other games are here for sure.
Yeah, he said first person.
Yeah, he said
JDT,
FPS,
think about it this way. All right, Google didn't become of the richest companies in the world by being stupid. They know that the first year, the player base of this platform was going to be small. They knew that. They knew it. So the only one that they were going to have was Destiny. You know what I'm saying? Because Destiny helped it provide a lot of data for people, but they knew that it was going to be small. With that being said, they said, okay, we know our player base is going to be small. Instead of worrying about getting all the big multiplayer games, let's get all the big single player games. That's why you got Cyberpunk. That's why you got Marvel. That's why you had Doom. That's why you had Borderlands, even though that's supposed to be a looter shooter, but the single player is bigger, I think, than the multiplayer. That's why you have the games coming that you had coming, because they knew the player base within the first year was going to be small, and what they were hoping for is that as a supplemental game platform, you would try it on Stadia, then try it on your Xbox and say, oh, holy cow, this is better here. And then next year, when those games do come, you already got it salivating in the back of your mind. When our Call of Duty comes, if it's on Stadia, I'm getting it there instead. That was the thought process. But again, everything got pushed back. I'm sorry, Storm. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
No, you're right, man. You're right. And, I really just want to add that when a game like Call of Duty does come, you won't have to worry about those large-ass installs and updates and patches and all that stuff, man. So, yeah, and again, I think that adds to the fire that fuels people, that fuels their frustration. You know what I'm saying? And their anger. I think that adds to it because they would like to see these games come to Stadia because of the convenience to play those games and not have to worry about the downloads, patches, and installs. So I know for a fact that adds to some of the frustration that we're seeing. Man.
I got you.
But again, Stadia they're new. Hey, in year 1 and 2, after this next gen season starts, this holiday season, right? After when January 2001 comes, don't expect a rapid change, right? Mm-hmm. But by I'm gonna say for me, I'm giving them until like holiday season 2021 to really, and they're gonna impress me when they drop Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be easy to please. Yep. But I'm talking about for all the gamers who are upset, you know what I mean? All the haters on the outside that are upset. We'll see what happens in that time frame. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, MM2K, before we go to the calls and everything, I will say that I have multiple platforms. Mm-hmm. I will say that. So I'm not worried about whether Stadia can produce these games right now this early on because like Chase said, I could play on PS4. Yep. I could play on Xbox, PC, other cloud services and everything else. Some people might not be fortunate enough to do that. I get that part. But there are options. You know what I'm saying? So don't get stressed out. You can dibble and dabble. You can jump off. You can come back. You know what I'm saying? Google knows what type of gamers they're catering to. You know what I'm saying?
So
I don't know what else to say.
Hold on one second. I was trying to find that. Golly, all right, my bad, y'all. Here goes. So again, if you want to join the Discord, that is the link to the Discord. That is going to expire in 24 hours. You want to jump on the scene and get on that. And then as you enter, let me know if you want to be part of the Patreon exclusive Stadia Dosage War Room. It's going to be free. We're giving you free access to the War Room only within this 24 hours. After this 24 hours, you're lost in the sauce. All right. So in the homie DK Stadia, I believe this is you in the Discord, my good friend. Let me know if I'm right. It says, I will add it here too. Stadia is in 14 countries and there is 196 countries in the world. So that is the main reason we don't have the player base like other platforms. Exactly. Look, man, they gotta, they gotta get the server blades up and running. They gotta get the data centers up and running. It's
all the nodes and everything.
Exactly.
Man.
It's a process. Yeah. But like I said, I don't want because we're spoiled. We sit there and we have these expectations that we're not laying on PlayStation and on Xbox. Nobody's going to Xbox and saying, hold on, give us a clear timeline on when you're going to have your screens, when you're going to be available, be on 1080p. Nobody's going to Xbox and saying, let us know when you're going to be available on P. Nobody's doing that. Why? But you're doing it to Stadia and they've only been out for less than a year? Like Z say to us all the time at Broadband Bullies, the audio don't match the visuals. I can't sympathize with that if y'all ain't doing it across the board. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I respect everybody's opinions, but then the audio gotta match the visuals. If you're doing it to Stadia, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you a question, bro, because you're going right in line with what I was gonna say. If you're doing it to Stadia, I mean, you got to hold everybody else accountable too, right?
Yep.
Hey, man. Stadia is receiving a lot of hate. It received it day one before a platform launched. I don't think I can ever recall a platform as hated, more hated than Stadia. Yep. I just can't. Yep. I don't think I've ever seen any kind of consumer electronic device or whatever or service or platform or anything as more hated than Stadia.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Now, I know why I think that's the case. You have a lot of people. Some people's livelihood is to work hands-on with hardware. You get what I'm saying? They build PCs and they do everything. Digital Foundry does all these analysis and everything with hardware. And now they've learned that they can do it with the cloud as well if they wanted to. All right. So Stadia got the hate because they came out first. And this is just my opinion. Some people feel the same way I do. Some people might disagree. It is what it is, but here it is. They came out with a dope idea. They dropped it before Xcloud. We've been hearing about Xcloud since damn Crackdown 3 and all this other stuff. Physics and all that good stuff. You're going to see something you've never seen in gaming, all that, right? So Stadia comes out and they drop this thing in 4K. But not only just in 4K, on the browser. not only Chrome browser, but Microsoft Edge.
Yep.
And you can play it on so many different types of devices and phones and all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's still running at 4K resolution. And, you know, they came out and they dropped the hardware and the specs and all that stuff. And 10.7 teraflops was easily a higher number than and I know some people don't get into the teraflop talk, but I do. 10.7 was more powerful than the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S combined. I'm gonna keep it short. You cut me off at any time. Say we got to move on, whatever. All right, I just want to throw some things out there real quick for people to remember. Google did all this, and they did it kind of like seemingly overnight. You know what I'm saying? So they've already dropped this. They got a foundation in place. They're gonna do what they need to do to be in a better position. That's almost, I can almost guarantee that part, that it will get a lot better before it gets a lot worse.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, Stadia Rev, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not about, hey, you got to agree with me. I'm y'all know I don't roll like that. But sometimes I do get concerned. I get scared. I get nervous when we overcomplicate things. Because here's what's going to happen. By us going to Stadia and saying, Stadia, you know what? You need to speak to the casuals. You're not speaking to the casuals enough. And so then they turn it up and they start speaking to the casuals more. Like, cause look, like it or not, Stadia has a budget. They got a whole bunch of money, but they got a budget. Again, when we talk about PlayStation, we talk about their budget. When we talk about Microsoft, oh, they got a budget. Terry Myerson took the budget, and that's why they couldn't come out with nothing but CFD. We always talk about budget when it comes to everybody else, but Google got an infinite budget. They got a leprechaun sitting in a gold pot that goes 60,000 feet, and they, you know, they can just spend money on everything everywhere. But no, Microsoft got a budget, PlayStation got a budget, and it makes sense why they don't do everything. Now, it doesn't make sense to me. But with that being said, everybody has a budget. And if your budget, and everybody that's in the business world knows that you're allotted a certain budget for a particular year. That's the way it is everywhere, every department in the United States. That it's like that, because to make sure that you're in coherence with the SEC and people know what your financials are, you have a budget. Now, sometimes you can get extra money from different initiatives, but usually in your rollout year, the budget is constructed and limited. So if my budget, let's just say my budget for September was 50,000. I don't know. I'm just no, 5 million. Let's just say my budget for was 5 million. And somebody came to me and said, look, we got to up the campaign on the casuals. That don't mean that they give me an additional 5 million. That may not mean that. It may not. They may say that 5 million that you were going to spend to reach out to the hardcore, you're going to have to reach out to the casuals. That's what it is. And then instead of me doing 4 million hardcore, 1 million casual, I might do 3 million casual, 2 million hardcore, or reverse 4 million. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that the hardcore ain't being spoke to at all. Because like I said, we're getting games like Strange Brigade, we're getting Sniper Elite 4. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about other things last week that the hardcore was like, oh yeah, I like that messaging. So they didn't forget about us, but they had to allocate their concentration for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw data or something happen. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. But
well, here's something real quick, and I don't know if I agree with everything or not. But the homie JDT Turbo says, no, just communicate what's coming and what the platform actually is, because I don't want to keep investing thinking that real FPS games are coming when they only want to bring out kid games. Now, I will say I disagree with that kid games part because, you know, Metro Exodus and all that. All these games right here are not like kid type games. You know what I'm saying? Now, Nintendo, I could tell you a company that does have a lot of kid type games, Nintendo, but they're doing very well. You see what I'm saying? So even if they were pushing out kid games, they might be able to do very well.
I get hardcore people that come up to me, Storm, and they say, well, Nintendo, but their ports, we got more. Look, within the first year, we got more AAA third-party ports, dare I say it, I'm saying this off the cuff, I could be wrong, but for the 3 or 4 years and whenever the Switch has been out, I think in this first year we got more AAA ports than I think the Switch may have right now. That may be the case. And Switch is okay with that because 70 to 80% of their profit margin is based off of their first-party sales. But we got more to the Switch. But the Switch gets so much love. They get so much love for their AAA ports that run horribly in a lot of cases. Outer Worlds. You know what I'm saying? They might have one port out of a dozen that may work well, like what's the Witcher 3 port. The rest of their ports are low grade, low quality, and I'm talking about the AAA ports. I'm not talking about all their ports. The AAA ports. But they get a pass. Again, why are we giving them a pass? Why are we considered having kiddie games, but the Switch is considered a good hardcore alternative because it's mobile? We're not keeping the same energy.
Nintendo, it's not Google. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Nobody wants Stadia to succeed. Well, a lot of people don't want it to succeed because it's going to replace what they love. If they love collecting games and consoles, they're going to be affected by it. They're going to be pissed off. If Stadia one day comes out in Gen 2 and just looks better than the Series X or on par, then or looks as good as a PC at medium to high settings or whatever, then it might take some of those PC gamers away. So a lot of people don't want that to happen. I don't know. I've never seen it before, bro. I've never seen the level of hate. But if I told you for anything,
not just the external hate storm, but I'm talking about like even here, our own Stadia brethren and sister, and I'm not trying to deter anybody from sharing their opinion, but even our own brethren and sister, and are like, they give a pass to Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, established companies who've been here for decades, versus a company that this is their first walk in the park. They've only been in the gaming business for 9 months. 9 months, that's it. And you expect more from them than you do a PlayStation or Nintendo. But I get that. Google got way more money than them. But they ain't got way more money than Microsoft. Y'all don't expect more from Microsoft. Again, y'all are sitting there saying, I see it left and right. This is why I did this impromptu. I'm supposed to be eating. I ain't even ate all day. I'm supposed to be eating. You know why I ain't eating? Because it's crazy out here. Look what y'all do. I see it all the time, even from Stadia brethren. Xcloud is awesome. This is great. This is fantastic. I love what Xcloud is doing. Xcloud is number one. Xcloud is only in 720p.
720p.
720.
And you still have to. Hey, look, man. I tried it, bro. I tried to cast it to my Samsung display. It was trash. I don't like using that word for anything. Yeah. That experience was trash,
it's
y'all.
Trash.
Hey, there's been times when Stadia I almost called that trash, but it was because of user error. It was because I was on 2.4 instead of 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I couldn't do was I couldn't experience Xcloud via Ethernet port or whatever, on an Ethernet cable or LAN or whatever. I could not do that because of the way it's structured. So my thing is, nah, cut that out. Let's just call it like it is. Some people's company didn't push out 4K gaming anywhere, and Stadia did. It's that simple. Let's just cut it out and get right to the point. People got to start saying, I'm mad because Nintendo don't even have a damn cloud gaming service right now. Or Sony has PS Now that's been out since 2014 and still don't have 1080p resolution. You got to call the facts out now, y'all.
Come on. Exactly.
Please call the facts out.
Alakazam says in the chat, 720 versus 4K. Come on, man. Let me tell you what you're getting. For $15, you're getting 720p on a phone. Mostly all of it is 30 frames per second. If it's 60 on the Xbox Series S, which is 1 out of a billion games, if it's 60 frames per second, then it might be 60 on your phone. It might be. But you're getting 720p, 30 frames per second on a phone or an Android tablet, and you got to pay $15 a month for that. Now, people say, oh, but you get all these games. I don't want to hear that trash, because only a third at best of Xbox gamers have Game Pass. Most of them rather just have the $10 Xbox Live with those trash games for gold. Don't give me that trash.
Hey, yo, the brother Shake Capo in the building. No Halo
Shake
Infinite
Capo
on Xcloud this fall.
Hey, yo, tell me about it, Shake.
My ass off.
Shake, tell me about it.
Now, see, that's what people and see. Here, and that's and look, we don't have to go on and on and on. I just want to paint the clear picture for people, though. For Moss, real quick, man. Yeah. I just want to paint the picture. If you're gonna hate on Stadia, just say, yo, I hate Stadia because it's doing something that my platform can't do right now. Just say I hate it because Google has deep pockets and I know they could buy the damn world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just hate it because they affiliated with YouTube Gaming. You know what I'm saying? And they could come out with 4K 60 streaming that they already promised. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow if they wanted to. And it's only a matter of time before they do that. Just hate it because they have crowd play, MM. Yep. They have crowd play that allows you, a streamer, a content creator, to connect directly to your viewers and have them wait in a queue to play along with you or against you. Yep. The list goes on and on and on, and they are just beginning, y'all. They are just beginning. I have to say this. They are just starting out, and they have all these features. You know what I'm saying? And I like to throw this out there. They're using a $6,000 gaming PC to compete against while enhancing Stadia. I'm done. I'm done.
We're gonna go to phone calls, but again, it's not. I know why the haters are doing it. As Storm elegantly elaborated on, they're doing it because they cling to their daddy devices. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw a name out here. Paris Lilly. That he's getting chopped up for something he said of Gamertag Radio. Paris Lilly is a dedicated device hog. He sent out a tweet, and I big up shout out to the homie Hendo. I said, Hendo, you got to stop getting into these buck fights for your own sanity, brother. You're going into a crowd full of daddy device hogs, and you the only one there. There's 9,000 of them. But Paris Lilly has sent out a silly tweet talking about how Xcloud is doing the right thing. They're introducing cloud as a supplement to daddy device gaming, and they're doing it right. No, if I'm a gamer and I'm either short on cash or I'm short on time or short on convenience, you're not doing it right for me. So I'm not saying all this to say Xcloud shouldn't exist, but we got people out here that really act like Xcloud is offering you something so much better than Stadia, and that Xcloud is really a threat to Stadia. If I don't have money to pay $500-$600 for a console that's really less valuable now because Halo Infinite ain't launched until next year, and I just want to play great games, 4K 60 fidelity, you know, and all that other stuff, and if those games come out with Gen 2.0, I want to do it at a low entry point. How is Xcloud servicing me? It's not. It's not. I pull out my monocle and I play on my phone. Hell no. It's not. They got to stop that. So, and I'm seeing this from people within the Stadia community. And y'all got to stop this trash. Y'all can like what y'all like. I get that. And I get that y'all upset that there's not more games coming out for Stadia. But I question, as Z say, I question the integrity when y'all sit there. Xcloud is so wonderful. You're paying $15 for trash that Xbox gamers don't even want. Only a third of them want Game Pass. Stop this. I'm sorry. One more. Any more thoughts before we go to phone call? We're going to go to phone calls after.
Now, I'm going to say this, man. You know what I'm saying? It might be semi shots fired and all that, man. But there's some people out here that they really want to see Stadia fail. But then in the daytime, they're like, yo, go Google. Go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be authentic with it. Now, like I said, there's brothers out here like Chase that's voiced his opinion from day one.
Yeah,
we understand what Chase is gonna say. Rev, for example, Rev has said things numerous times and took flack for it.
Yep.
And didn't care and kept on riding out because that's what he believed in. Yep. So it's cool if you want to do that, that's cool. But don't be like one day wishy washy and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's all. But let's get to these calls. Man.
Okay, let's get to these calls.
I want to see how this thing works.
Yeah, baby. All right, so here's the deal. If you're in the continental United States, or anywhere, it'll be international long distance. This is the number that you want to dial: 724-739-3612. Again, dial 724-3612. 724-739-3612. Call us and give us your thoughts on the discussions at hand. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all like calling in live, me and Storm might do something about it. We might do a little something. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
We might do something. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. You know, but but call in to 724-739-3612. Give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think about all this. But until we get a phone call, or if we ever get one, because I know I get it, people are shy. No, matter of fact, let me do this, Storm. I'm gonna mute my mic, and I'm gonna call in. Hold on, 1 second. Let me
do that. And then I'm gonna read some more of this chat though. So 7, I see you down there. What's going on with you, 7? Derek Graham in the building today. Hey all. All right, so been listening, but we're too lazy to chat. What's up? All right, I can hear it. I can hear it coming through loud and clear. That's what's up. Derek Graham says, interesting that Microsoft jumped a month early on Xcloud. Now, it's also interesting, Derek, that Microsoft upgrading their hardware to Xbox Series X, as in Xylophone hardware. Now, I don't know if they would have done that as quickly if Stadia wasn't already out here causing a little bit of trouble. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they would have done that. So, then we got the homie Rick Tone that says, I'm fine with Stadia. Xcloud doesn't move me. I just want PC crossplay with every game. That's it. I feel you, Rick Tone. Hey, Spud out here said, did the Stadia community cover the story about Ethan Lee saying it's pretty easy to port from Linux to Stadia? This whole thing about porting being complicated is greatly exaggerated all too often. Damn. Now that right there is a good point. That's a great point. Hey, I hear you right now. Hey, I hear you clearly too, brother. I thought you were still on the damn in the Discord, bro. Anyway, so Alakazam said, what's the number again? Let's see. You should be able to scroll right up. He just dropped it in the chat. It's 724-739. All right, it's 1. And you got to count. You got to count for long distance, but it's 1-724-739-3612 3612. I'm dropping one more time. They can't hear you? Hold on. No sound. Oh, they can't hear you. Oh, man. See, that's all right. We got to work the kinks out. I can hear him, of course, but. All right, we're gonna keep on working that while I check this chat out. Let's see. Derek Graham says they must be feeling the pain from Stadia. Anyone hear about the idea Blue Bob's had? He proposed a Stadia sponsored mega tournament. And that's a good thing right there, because there are a lot of ideas out here. There are a lot of people who have, I've been a part of a PUBG tournament. Shout out to Sounds of Stadia, by the way, for hosting that great event. You know, so there's definitely people out here that's trying to do big things. And look, with crowd play, once crowd play starts to run, I'm telling you all right now, other companies are going to take note. They're going to take note. Microsoft and Amazon, and we haven't even talked about Amazon. Have y'all heard anything from Amazon in the last 2 weeks or the last month about what they're trying to do? I haven't. You know what I'm saying? So, Alakazam said calling in. Okay. Let's see.
Y'all should be able to hear me now.
I hear you. Oh, well, let's see. Chat. Can y'all hear him? Can you hear MM2K?
Let me know if y'all can hear me now. And as soon as I get off the call, then y'all can jump in.
All right. Oh, they hear you? Yeah. Hey, Daz, can you hear him? I think Daz said yeah.
Okay, they can hear me now. Okay, good. Am I echoing on your side, Storm?
You are not echoing to me.
Okay.
Chris said he can hear you. Zajic said he can hear you.
All right, cool.
So we should be Gucci.
I'm gonna hang up now.
Yeah. Hang it. All right, hang it up. We'll see how it goes.
All right. We actually got a voice message. I think. Did somebody call him with a No. I'm lying. Go ahead, Storm.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. Well, no, I was just reading some more of this chat, man. First of all, we appreciate y'all for dropping these lines of dialogue in here, man. It was so much I can't even keep up with it, and all I do is read chat. You know what I'm saying? Spud said, give me 60 FPS and a more responsive, consistent experience before they increase resolution or even bit rate. It's actually a miserable time trying to use PS Now and Xcloud.
Yeah.
Man, and see, the good thing about being a content creator like myself, you know what I'm saying? I don't brag and boast about it, y'all. Y'all know me, I'm humble with mine, but I have a lot of videos out there as proof that Stadia runs well, even in situations like playing Stadia via Shadow PC.
Yep.
I mean, I literally had everything running. I did a stream yesterday, right? I had everything running at 4K, including my Streamlabs OBS that I was using to stream the whole thing. Everything was at 4K, even in the laptop that I was using to watch my chat, all at 4K resolution. And I didn't really have any problems.
All right, we got a call coming in.
All right, we got a caller coming in, the very first one.
All right, hello. You here with Storm and MM2K, man. What are your who are we speaking to first, and then give us your thoughts on the subject matters today.
Yo, this is Alakazam. You hear me?
Alakazam!
Alakazam in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, yo?
Not much, man. What's your thoughts on everything that's going on, man? Everything we talked about today, bro. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Another hot day in Texas. I think what y'all doing is a good job, man. Y'all address stuff from both ends. It's good to have this type of discourse, but after a while, man, a lot of stuff gets kind of redundant with the whole, Stadia's dead talk. If something gets delayed, it's Stadia's fault. Xbox delays Halo Infinite. People say, "Oh, that's a good thing," but when the game gets delayed on Stadia, people think it's the end of the world. Stuff like that gets old after a while, and I just think with Google, it's going to take time for people to catch on. They can get Call of Duty Warzone all day long on the platform. I still don't think you'll have millions of people switch over just because it's Google and people hate Google. That's how I feel, honestly.
Yeah, I feel you, man. And see that right there. See, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes what we could see, reading things in chat is different than hearing someone's voice on everything, on the matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I love now. First of all, hey, you like to be first. I just put that together, Alakazam, man. Alakazam, y'all, is the very first caller. We got to put his name up on the wall somewhere, man. And then you got to create a plaque or something.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So, but Alakazam, man, you've always been grounded, bro, and keeping us aware. And keeping it real with the PC thing, like, just basically saying how well Stadia works to you, a person that has a multi-$1,000 PC. I just want to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? I have to say it out there because he put it in the chat. If he didn't put it in the chat, it would be top secret. But Alakazam's been on here, man, playing games at the PC level for years.
Yep.
And then he comes on Stadia and he's interested in Stadia.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, I got the military, so I've been saving up. I spent over $6,000. I got two 2080 Ti's, i9 processor, 8 terabyte SSD, and that cost me $1,000, and that was on sale. And when I played Stadia, it was just so amazing at how now I'm literally streaming Destiny on my TV 4K 60, but I spent $6K on my computer to do the same thing.
Damn.
It's just Stadia is just unbelievable, man. I don't think people really realize how good Stadia is. Like, I'm sitting in a Walmart parking lot waiting on somebody playing Red Dead Redemption online using my mobile data. No issues. I mean, it's just an amazing product, man, and I just feel like people haven't grasped how amazing Stadia is. I don't think people really truly understand how amazing it is. And I think some people, a side note, I was in Best Buy, talked to someone about Stadia. He got so mad, I had to get in my fighting stance because I thought the dude was going to jump on me. People don't understand how good this is. I'm over here like, man, just chill out, man. I'm just telling you about Stadia. I said, I don't have a console. And it's going to take time for people to get on, to get on the Stadia, the hype train. And just, unfortunately, it being Google, everyone hates Google nowadays. It's just going to take time for people to grab Stadia, unfortunately. But I think with time, people will understand how good Stadia is. That's just my opinion.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, and people don't give Phil Harrison. I know you want to move on, man, but they don't give Phil Harrison enough credit, man. He's been in the scene. He's been on the scene for decades. He knows what consumer wants, man. So I'm sure they're gonna push that, getting Stadia in people's hands even more so. You know what I mean? Than they already have. But Man, it's always good talking to you, bro. I don't know. What was you about to say?
No, I was just gonna say hey, Alakazam, I appreciate you, brother. You always first, man. He put first in the chat. He let everybody know, Alakazam, I'm first, baby. Hey, but thank you, man, and hopefully we'll do this more in the future. Wink, wink, and you call in again, brother. All right.
I appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
All right, better that, bro.
All right. Yep. So there we go, people. It works. Y'all see it works. I had to cut off the music for a little bit so y'all can hear the good brother Alakazam. But yeah, go ahead and call in, man.
Hey, real quick. Next we go hard in the building. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? Next we go hard. It's saying what's up to everybody. Ray Sherrod is coming in with the damn Dragon's Fire. Yep. All the way from Cali. You heard what I'm saying, bro? Ray, we're going to be chatting in the future, man. Near future, man. Be ready. Get your popcorn ready and all that stuff, man. Absolutely. We're going to have a conversation. All right.
So that's the number, y'all. 724-739-3064. Me and Storm, we done. Hey, look, he calmed me down. But with that being said, we want to hear from y'all now. It ain't about me. We want to hear from y'all. You heard from both me and Storm. Let us know what your thoughts are. Give us a call. And I know people were trying to call when Alakazam, maybe let me clarify this. I know people were trying to call when Alakazam was calling in. The thing is, it can only take one phone call at a time. So if you keep getting voicemail, that's because we got somebody else on the line. But you definitely give us a call. We'll take more phone calls. But anything else you see in the chat, Storm?
Let's see. Roger came in, and hey, guess what, M? You might smile on this one, bro. Roger came in, and guess what he called me, bro?
What's that?
The brother 6'4".
He called you 6'4".
Came right in and called me 6'4", man. So you know it's not just you. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna hit 6'4" up right after this damn stream, man. I gotta check on the brother, man. You know what I mean? So Google Stadia is the best cloud gaming platform, he says, at the moment. That's why it's getting so much hate. It's the threat. Not it's a threat. No. Roger says it's the threat. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And look, Roger knows just like I know. We've had issues with Stadia. Yep. I'm sure some of you in the chat have had. Oh, let's go. We got another caller. Let's go.
What's up, caller? You are live with Project Storm, aka 64. And MM2K.
Right.
Let us know your name and what you want to talk about today, my good friend.
Oh, man. What's up, man? It's your boy, Bippity Bop.
Bippity
Bop in the building.
I knew it was you, brother. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time, but I just wanted to say, I was shocked yesterday because two of my friends, right? I've been telling them about Stadia the past couple of months, and they just been kind of ignoring me. But all of a sudden, I hop on the PlayStation, jump at the party, and they're like, "Yeah, man, Stadia have more of the AAA games and a little bit more support. I would switch over." And I was like, "What?" Like coming out of nowhere with that, and they were just talking about it really is the future because now they're starting to see Xcloud market for September, and we're seeing Amazon gaming, so it's really starting to open up people's eyes. So we all just got to be patient, man. The games are gonna come, but I was just shocked because those guys, man, they would not listen to me at all.
Oh, my bad. I was.
And that's all.
Oh, go ahead, Bippity. I'm sorry, my bad, man.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, and that's all I got to say, man, because I just found it crazy because those two of my friends, they were the ones that they were just ignoring me every time I say something about Stadia, and now all of a sudden tell me, hey, I would switch over. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look,
so
what's crazy, baby?
Cool.
I had Xbox fans that was in the same boat, and they switched right over, and now they say that they can't look back, man, when playing PUBG. Yeah. It's their go-to way to play PUBG, man. And these cats were playing on Xbox One X, so I definitely understand what you're saying. I think more and more people will start to see the value that Stadia really offers, man. It really offers some great value. Everything has issues, but I tell you what, man, I love Stadia. Until they gave me a reason to hate it, I love some Stadia, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Yeah.
Hey, Bip.
Hey, Rev said, hey, real quick, but Rev was saying kept calling but never connected. So we're gonna get that all sorted out, Rev. But back to Bibbidi though.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say to Rev. No, what happened, Rev? You were calling when Alakazam was live. So when somebody's live, if you call, it's just going to send you to voicemail. So you could call back, Rev. After Bippity Bob hangs up, call again, and then you should be able to get through.
As if nobody else takes that spot. You know what I'm saying? Because people got things to say. Jay Smith in the building. I see you out there. But Bippity Bob, man, it's always good, man, brother. You know we're gonna be keeping in touch and everything too, man, because we always got a lot of Stadia to talk. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'll be hitting you up, man. I'll be hitting you up talking about Crater. Yeah, I hit you up talking about Crater specifically. So stay tuned, brother.
I bet. I see ya.
Hey, appreciate you, Bippity Bob. Call. Hey, if we do this again, wink, wink, call in.
Call in, Bippity.
All right. Peace out, Bippity. All right.
That's
so real quick, while we're waiting for the next call, I got a big ups to the homie Derek Graham, man. He just sent me something on Facebook, and it's something by this. We'll get to it a little bit.
Got a caller. I love that sound, by the way.
All right, you are live with MM2K and 64 aka Projekt Storm. Let us know who it is. Let us know who it is, and what you want to talk about today.
And y'all know who it is. It's the Stadia Revolution up in the building.
What's up?
Rev himself.
What y'all doing up in here? Y'all ain't doing nothing. What y'all doing?
Man, we chilling. You know, we chilling. Just drinking a little Budweiser. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You know, hey, what's your thoughts, Rev, on all the news?
Hey, well, what news? What news y'all actually talking about? Like, what we on right now?
No, we're on whatever you want to be on. That's related to the conversation that we had and where Stadia is and the tweet that was sent out today and everything, bro.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah. Like, see, for me, the tweet that they sent out today wasn't all that bad. Yeah. I, don't see why people had an issue with it. I, on my Twitter was like, it seemed like it was just more of a reset as to show where it is. Talk to new people that want to get on and let them know what the deal is. And then for people that's already on board, like you, me, and MM and everybody else, is like, all right, this is where it is. Okay, then later on down the line, we're gonna get the where it's going. So exactly. I didn't even see that people were upset by it. I said people that had somewhat of an issue, but I didn't think it was like that serious. To where people were mad about it and stuff. I'm just like, I don't get that. but that is what it is. But man, for me, that the tweet was fine. It sent the message they needed to send. It was short and concise, and they talked about the deals. The deals on the games, the bundles that you can get with the controller and all of that stuff, and plus the Chromebook, 3-month deal. Shoot, what's to be upset about? Yeah. It's not new information, no, but okay, fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let me know what your thoughts on this. So, the way I look at it, Rev, is that Serious Sam 4 and Baldur's Gate 3, 2 games that would have rightfully taken up the oxygen up in the Stadia space, have now been pushed back. They really didn't plan on talking about anything else, nor did they have anything else slotted, and that's okay. They're a small platform. Right. So what do? They take the opportunity to say, hey, let's continue our campaign for the casual. I personally don't see anything wrong with it, because I know Serious Sam 4 is coming. I know Baldur's Gate 3 is coming. Am I right, or am I oversimplifying this?
No, you're exactly right. Those games are coming. Plus, Dead by Daylight is coming next month. Yeah. And we got Avengers coming next month. We got FIFA and Madden down the line. We got PGA Tour 2K21 coming this month. We just got F1 2020. I mean, like, I don't understand what people want. It's like, it seemed like for me, and I said this before, it's like they want a Stadia to launch with a 10-year history, and you can't launch with a 10-year history. The Xbox didn't launch with a 10-year history. You know what I'm saying? And they got panned across the board before the console even hit the shelves.
Yeah.
Yep. They didn't get high praise when it first came out. Halo was trash before anybody even got a chance to play it.
Thank you. Yes.
And then once people got to play it, it was like, oh, this game is actually pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And we got a spiritual successor on Stadia, which is Destiny. Now, for me, that game is not my cup of tea, but I mean, there's thousands of people that enjoy it, and there's a lot of people on Stadia that still enjoy it to this day. That's been playing it since March.
Yep.
But where people that say that there's no games on this platform, I hate that. I really hate that. Yeah. Because that's just BS, and I get sick of these false narratives that people put out here about it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's
it may not
definitely
be a game
bro.
for you, but it's still games that other people enjoy, and maybe it's time for people to start expanding what they like instead of just pigeonholing themselves into one particular genre or a couple particular genres and expanding. Because you guys are older like I am. We grew up playing basically everything, from the kid games to the hardcore games to, games like Pong and games like Pitfall, So I don't understand this. I only play certain type of games mentality. I just don't get that.
And I think it's even beyond the certain type of games thing. It's like, I mean, nothing against Xcloud. I have nothing against Xcloud for those that want it. If you like it, I love it. But the thing that I think people in their anger, because they want gimme right now, that, like you said, they want a 10-year history in 9 months. Because of that anger that's not what they got, and I don't know how they got themselves to believe that was going to be the prospect here, but because they don't have that, now I think they're going into the weeds. Oh, Xcloud is such a fantastic deal. It's so much better. Like across the board, what Xcloud has to present is better for all cloud gamers than what Stadia offers. To me, that's crazy, because again, if you're like me, or you, or Storm, or anybody that needs sheer convenience because we're older gamers and we got responsibility, Xcloud ain't doing it for us. It's not a bad thing that exists, but it's not doing. So I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts is that, I think people are hung up on the 100 plus games, that the Game Pass Ultimate with Xcloud and all that's going to have. And if you look at a lot of those games, majority of those games aren't even AAA.
Yeah.
Majority of those games are old and games that people aren't going to play either.
Yeah.
But to say, but it's got 100 games, okay, but it's got 100 games that's going to be sitting there collecting dust.
Mm-hmm.
At least with Stadia, in the 70-something plus games that they got something for everybody to play, and someone is playing one of all of those games right now.
Yep.
It may not be in the huge numbers because, Stadia is only available in 14 countries. But that's going to come down the line. They do need to open up to other countries, and I think that's going to be coming soon. But I mean, right now, they're doing fine. Yep. Especially for, at this point, if you saw, the Nerf report, they just show, the games that Xbox had, the original Xbox had when it first launched. After 8 months, it was 73 games. Stadia at 8 months is 70 games. No, the PlayStation was 73 games. The Xbox was 168 or something like that. But at the same time, we're talking a whole new way of playing games.
Yep.
So that's going to be a hurdle within itself to getting a lot more games. And everybody wants every single game and wants Stadia to chase all the big games like Fallout, guys. That game just came out of nowhere and became big. It wasn't this game is going to be huge when it launches. Nobody knew that game was going to be huge when it launched.
Yeah.
It just did. So now I was reading tweets and stuff, people saying, oh, they need to have that game. No, they don't. If it comes, great. If it doesn't, great too. But it doesn't need it just because it's the flash in the pan right now. I mean, we don't know. This game might burn hot for 5 seconds and then fizzle out down the line. We don't know that. Nobody knows that.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, Red, just to let you know where some of the hate was coming from. I stop by the Stadia Reddit and subreddit and all that stuff sometimes, man. There's people out here complaining about even the pro membership, you know what I'm saying? That Stadia offers and things like that. So it's just a lot of naggers and naysayers and all that stuff. So we had to come out here and address that sometimes. That's the only thing. I just wanted to throw that in. Yeah. So, but overall, man, it's positivity. People are out here talking about how they feel that Stadia is growing and all that too. You know what I'm saying? To look on the flip side of things. So, but we just wanted to go ahead and chop it up because I know we might have another caller or something, Rev. You know what I'm saying? We want to be mindful and see if we can get one or two more. Unless you have to wrap, because I know you don't have all day.
Yeah, we'll get one more. We'll get one more caller, definitely. Because I'm glad everything is working, and we'll do this in the future. But Rev, hey, definitely come through, man. You spitting? Hey, that's why we call you the Rev, spitting that gospel, brother.
That's
spitting
right.
that gospel. Yeah. But all right, Rev. All right, peace out.
All right, bro.
Later, y'all.
Right. Later. Have a good one.
We got we got another one.
Right,
Holy
back
God.
to back. Let's go.
You are live with Projekt Storm. I almost called you 6'4" again. Projekt Storm and MM2K. Who are we speaking to? And let us know what you want to talk about today.
It is the one and only Ray 3473.
Ray!
No, it's not Ray.
Projekt Storm. Y'all right today. Y'all are right today. All I got to say is, Young Ye, kiss all the stadiums ass. Shut up. We ain't going nowhere. Stop talking about we doomed. Stop talking about Stadia. We ain't going nowhere, bruh. You losing. Stadia is great. I love it. I play it every day. I stream it every other night. I love it. Young A, I hate you. That's all I wanted to come over here and say.
Come on, the brother got a semi-active.
That's Stadia's biggest fan.
Yeah,
right there.
he got a semi-active acting career that he's trying to get off the ground. That's why, man. You got to cut him some slack, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. It is what it is. But Ray, we definitely appreciate you for calling in, man.
The chat, man, the show, the phone calls, Rev just now, it is lit. Man,
check it out. That's not even. That's just the beginning, bro.
Man.
Yeah, that's the beginning, man. Are you still there, Ray?
I'm still here, brother.
All right. Okay, yeah, that's only the beginning, man. We out here cooking up some stuff in the pot, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I tell you it's the tip of the iceberg, man, just believe your brother, man. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But it's
yeah.
It's always good to hear from you.
Love, man. I respect you guys. You guys keep up the good work. I just wanted to get up here and clown, but love the community. Love you guys. Keep doing your thing. Stadia, Dosage, MM2K, Projekt, your 4K stream. Oh my
Ain't
God,
they crisp?
In here.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, peace out, brother.
All right, Ray, have a good one, man. We'll be in touch.
All right, bro.
All right, bet.
All right, guys. Look, I apologize. That will be our last call for today, and we'll wrap up because my wife y'all couldn't hear, but she just crept up the steps and poked her head out like that Kim Kardashian gif in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you supposed to be down here 45 minutes ago, but But I appreciate y'all calling in. And hey, look, what y'all can do too is y'all can call. Let me say this, Storm. I guess we can put a little bit of cat out the bag. This won't be the last time that we're doing this. I know Chris is like, boo, last call. I'll just say, this won't be the last time that we're doing this. We're gonna try to do this more often. Just stay tuned. That's all I can say right now. But with that said, for when we do this again in the future, you can call that very same number and leave us a voicemail. Also, we got a hashtag. What is that hashtag, Storm? You remember what it is? I forgot what it is.
I cannot remember it right now, man. I'm just so happy that everything's working out, man. I see Meg in the building right now. Shout out to Megatron X, y'all. You know what's going down when Meg comes in the room. Hey, JDT Turbo, we'll get you on the next one. Don't worry about that, bro. But MM, I hope you get that thought back, man.
I got it.
Hope you get that thought back.
I got it. It's hashtag. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Hashtag Storm MM2K. I put it in the chat. So if you call or you leave a hashtag Storm MM2K.
I like that. It's like saying Storm MM2K with these calls. I like that.
It's going to be worth your while. And we're going to have other ways that you can communicate with us too. But the sooner, the better. You're going to want to definitely either call in. So everybody that's called in that we got to live, or even after the show, if you leave a voicemail, if the voicemail fills up, because it's busy, if it fills up, don't worry. Just leave us a question or a comment via hashtag Storm MM2K, it's going to be worth your while. That's all I got to say. Any other follow-up thoughts or comments or anything that you got to say or anything that you see in the chat, Storm, before we go?
Hey, I'm going to say this right here, man. Shout out to the brother 6'4", man. You know what I'm saying? It's just resonate. The name is resonating all over the place. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we was up here. We was having a good time, man. But the brother 6'4", hopefully, once he hears this, it'll put a smile on his face, man. Definitely. Because, hey, we've been around each other so much, man. 6'4", let's get out here and get this thing popping.
Yep. And check out 6'4" on his it's Saturday Madness, Multiplayer Madness that he does on Saturdays. Yeah. It's usually around 1 p.m.
Multiplayer Mayhem.
Multiplayer Mayhem. I'm Madness. I keep forgetting, brother. See, this is what I'm saying. It's all right, man. And I'm sorry, guys. Wednesday Madness with my Wednesday stream in Stadia. I don't know if I'll be able to do. Stay tuned, but we're definitely doing SSC podcast this week. But we'll be talking a little bit about this and some more stuff. So.
And what day and time is that? What day and time?
That's going to be this Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as things stand right now. You know what I mean? So definitely, it'll be me and the good brother Storm. We'll be back, and then we're going to reach out. Some of the people that called in, you might hear them again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to reach out and talk to some folks, and we're going to have a good show for you guys definitely this Thursday. But again, call into that number 724 here. Let me get it again. 724-739-3612. I look, man, it's busy. I think we got some voicemail. Yeah, we got voicemails right now. So I know, look, the possibility of this thing being full is going to be likely by the time y'all get to it. That's okay. We're going to clear it out daily as much as we can. But if it's full, go to hashtag Storm MM2K. Leave us a question or a comment. Trust me, you're not gonna want to ignore this. It's gonna be worth your while, okay? But go ahead, Storm. Any closing thoughts before we roll out?
Now I was gonna say if it is full, if say the voicemail is full or whatever and all that stuff, will we be able to have those maybe for a future show to start off?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. That's
definitely.
All right.
Yep.
Got you.
So. Cool.
All right, but that's all I had to say, man. I mean, I'm gonna go out here and check on the family and see what's going down, y'all. And I'll be stay tuned because I'll be pumping up some more 4K Stadia content in the very near future, and I have some other things up my sleeve. Woo! And so does the brother MM2K. Woo! So we appreciate y'all as always for rocking out with us. You could be anywhere else in the world, as Jay-Z would say.
No. My brother Storm got some ish for that.
I try to stay humble, man.
I know you do.
I try to stay humble, man. They try to say I'm like one of the best PUBG players on Stadia. Hey, man, nah, man, not really. It's cats out there doing that work too. So I'm just trying to play my role. My role is to do what MM2K did and pull out that drive-by. You know what I'm saying? Pull out that drive-by. That's my goal, you know?
Oh, man. Hey, look, I'm going to leave this in the chat too for y'all because I know Storm got a roll. I'm going to leave this in the chat. I'm going to leave a couple of links in the chat real quick. Hold on. Whoa. There we go. That's my brother, Projekt Storm. I am telling y'all definitely, if you are not following Projekt Storm, you are going to miss out on a treat. I tell you. My brother's about to be on a level that I can only wish I could be upon. That's why I said I'm so proud of my brother. He's gonna be doing some big things out here. That's all I will say. I'm gonna shut up. But definitely go to that channel and follow Projekt Storm. Also, there's a wonderful video handed out by my brother Derek. I talked about. It talks about a Stadia tournament that's gonna do some big things. So definitely go there. And also, you got 24 hours, y'all, to get up on this deal. Get into the Stadia to the PNTS Network Discord, and then we will add you for free. You only got 24 hours to take advantage of this. For free, we will add you to the Stadia Dosage War Room, where it's nothing but us Stadia gamers in there. Now, if you're in the general chat, you're going to have to deal with the Xbox people, the PlayStation people, all them crummy people. But if you just want the elite Stadians, let me join right now and let me know. Say I want access to the Stadia only chat, and we'll get you hooked up. All right. So with that said, Peace out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. We are out of here. Stay tuned to MM2K. Stay tuned definitely to Project Storm. We got more to come. And definitely go to pntsnetwork.com. Every time Storm drops something, it's right there. He's dropping content left and right. Every time any of us drop something, me, Storm, we also got We Bleed Green on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Stadia, Dosage. We got more content coming. So definitely go to pntsnetwork.com. With that said, y'all have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.
Peace.